Hello and welcome to DFS Coach Talk. I am your host, Josh Davis, also known as Crash. Today is Thursday, February 16th, 2023, and I am here to go over there's a 3-game slate tonight in the NBA, so we're going to go over those 3 games real quick. So it's going to be a real short podcast today. If you're new to the channel, if you would hit the like button and then hit subscribe. After you've done those 2 things, if you would hit the alarm bell, that will let you know when our newest podcast has gone live. If you're new to DFS Coach Talk, you can join us at dfscoachtalk.com. We have memberships that start as low as $3 for 3 days. So we would love to have you join us. We're a very encouraging and family-friendly environment and community at DFS Coach Talk. So we hope to have you join us. With that being said, let's go ahead and get right into this thing. We've got, like I said, a 3-game slate. Starting with at 7:30 p.m. Eastern, my Milwaukee Bucks going to Chicago to take on the Bulls. This game, Milwaukee is favored by 8 and has a 228 over/under for the Bucks. Of course, Jay Crowder is still out. Bobby Portis is still out. Pat Connaughton has joined the injury list, so he's out. And Chris Middleton is also out tonight. The Bulls also have a lot of people out. They have Lonzo Ball, of course, and Javonte Green still out. Derrick Jones Jr. still out. Goran Dragic is out tonight. Alex Caruso is out tonight. And DeMar DeRozan is out again. He was out yesterday. So the projected starting lineup for the Bucks, we have Drew Holiday, Grayson Allen, Marjon Beauchamp is going to be starting, it looks like. That's interesting. Giannis Antetokounmpo and Brook Lopez. And then for the Bulls, Ayo Dosunmu, Kobe White, Zach LaVine, Patrick Williams, and Nikola Vucevic. Top plays for me in this game, of course, you guys start with Giannis on the Bucks. He's 12-7 on DraftKings, 12-5 on FanDuel, $57 on Yahoo. The Bulls have allowed the 10th most fantasy points to power forwards this year. He did have 84 DraftKings points the last time he faced Chicago, which was on December 28th. He had 45 points, 22 rebounds, and 7 assists. So Giannis is my favorite play on the slate. He's very expensive, but I think he's well worth it, as long as we can get at least 70, hopefully closer to 80 fantasy points from Giannis tonight. Then we have, with Middleton out, Drew Holiday. I like his price on DraftKings and Yahoo more. He's $7,500 on DraftKings, 34 on Yahoo. He's 8,000 on FanDuel, so his price is coming up quite a bit from where it was. So for where it was the last couple of weeks, I think earlier in the year he was in the 8s probably, but he has been in the 7s. So yeah, Drew Holiday, I do like, him. If Middleton was playing, I probably wouldn't play him at all. But with Middleton out of the lineup, they don't have a whole lot of scoring that, is on the roster right now with all the guys that are out. So I do like Drew Holiday. I also like Brook Lopez. He's 6,100 on DraftKings, 7,200 on FanDuel, $24 on Yahoo. He's averaged 33.4 DraftKings points against Chicago in 2 games against them this year. FanDuel, he's 7,200. I'm probably not going to go to him over there, but on DraftKings at 6,100 and $24 on Yahoo, I do like him over there. With Middleton and Connaughton out, Grayson Allen, I think he's a good play. He's 3,900 on DraftKings, 4,300 on FanDuel, $10 on Yahoo. There's some bad blood between him and the Bulls, and he's had some pretty nice games in Chicago of late. So averaging 30 DraftKings points in his last 4 games in Chicago. So I do like Grayson Allen a little bit. Also like Joe Ingles with Middleton out. He's playing that backup point guard role. He played 31 minutes against Boston on Tuesday, so he should be playing in that role again. 3,400 on DraftKings, 4,000 on FanDuel, $10 on Yahoo. Then we have for the Bulls, Nikola Vucevic. He's 9,300 on DraftKings, 8,800 on FanDuel, $35 on Yahoo. He's averaged 44.6 DraftKings points his last 3 games against the Bucks. He had 47 against them on December 28th, so I do like him. I think Zach LaVine is going to get over-owned. He had a really big game yesterday. I think he's going to get Drew Holiday's defense on him, so I think that he's going to be pretty popular after what happened last night with DeMar DeRozan out of the lineup again. But I am going to be fading Zach LaVine, and I do like Kobe White, though. 4,100 on DraftKings, 4,800 on FanDuel, and $10 on Yahoo. Let me go ahead and check the chat and see what questions you guys have. Hey, Absolute Power, what's going on? Doug, yes, go Bucks. Derek Wilson, how are you doing? Rose Miller, Rose, as Coach likes to say. The Marjan Beauchamp is a rookie. The only thing I don't like about him is he tends to be over aggressive with his 3-point shots, which, if he's hitting them, that's fine. But he'll take, 7 or 8 when he should probably only take 2 or 3 some games. So that's my only concern with him, is if he's cold. Next game, we have at 8 p.m. Eastern, the Washington Wizards at the Minnesota Timberwolves. Minnesota is favored by 3. This game has a 235 over-under. It is the highest on the slate. The Bucks and the Bulls is the second highest, and the last game of the night is actually the lowest. It's probably my favorite game on the slate, interestingly enough, and that is the Clippers and the Suns. But for this game, right now, looks like Kyle Anderson and Rudy Gobert are questionable. Of course, Karl Anthony Towns is still out for Minnesota. Washington looks like they're fully intact. I don't see anybody on their injury report. So their projected starting lineup tonight, we've got Monty Morris, Bradley Beal, Kyle Kuzma, Kristaps Porzingis, Daniel Gafford. And then for the Timberwolves, Mike Conley, Anthony Edwards, Jaden McDaniels, Taurean Prince, and Rudy Gobert if he plays. In this game, my favorite plays are Porzingis. He's 9,200 on DraftKings, 9,100 on FanDuel, $42 on Yahoo. The Bucks. The Timberwolves have allowed the 6th most fantasy points to power forwards, and he did have 63 DraftKings points against Minnesota on November 28th. So I do like Porzingis. I also like Bradley Beal. I know he had a down game, I think it was last night or the night before, but he has been playing really well. He's averaged 49.1 DraftKings points his last 5 games against the Timberwolves. So I do like him on DraftKings and Yahoo. On DraftKings, he's 7,700. On Yahoo, he's $29. So I like him both spots there. He's 9,300 on FanDuel. So I'm probably not going to go to him over there. I think he's a little overpriced. But I definitely like him on DraftKings and FanDuel on Yahoo, excuse me. And then on the Wolves, the only play I really like for the Wolves is Jaden McDaniels, especially if Kyle Anderson is out. He's 4,300 on DraftKings, 5,600 on FanDuel, and $16 on Yahoo. So once again, more preference on DraftKings and Yahoo for his price. But I do think he's in play if you have the salary on FanDuel too. Last game of the night, and then we will get into the ownership. We have the Los Angeles Clippers at the Phoenix Suns. This game starts at 10 p.m. Eastern. It is the second game in the doubleheader on TNT, starting with the Bucks and Bulls, and then ending the night in Phoenix with the Clippers and the Suns. So for the Clippers, Norman Powell is out. For the Suns, of course, Kevin Durant's still out. Cameron Payne and Landry Shamet are also still out. For the Clippers, their projected starting lineup is Terrence Mann at point guard, then Paul George, Kawhi Leonard, Marcus Morris, Ivica Zubac. For the Suns, Chris Paul, Devin Booker, Josh Okogie, Torrey Craig, and DeAndre Ayton. And Phoenix is favored by 1, and it has the lowest over-under on the slate at 221.5. I do think that Paul George is in a pretty good spot with, Mikal Bridges now. He's in Brooklyn. I think that, George can have some success against Devin Booker more than he was against Mikal Bridges for sure. He's 8,500 on DraftKings, 8,600 on FanDuel, $35 on Yahoo. And then with Norman Powell out, Eric Gordon should be in a really good spot. He's 4,700 on DraftKings, 5,500 on FanDuel, and $19 on Yahoo. For the Suns, DeAndre Ayton's been playing out of his mind lately. He's averaged 50.6 DraftKings points his last 5 games. He had 58.8, his second highest total of the season against the Kings on Tuesday. He's 8,300 on DraftKings, 9,000 on FanDuel, and $34 on Yahoo. Chris Paul has also been playing well of late. He's had 44 DraftKings points his last 5 games against the Clippers. He had 51.3 against them on December 15th. He's 8,000 on DraftKings, 8,500 on FanDuel, $34 on Yahoo. And then we have Josh Okogie. He's 4,900 on DraftKings, 5,600 on FanDuel, and $14 on Yahoo. He's averaged 35.8 DraftKings points in his last 3 games. So I do like Okogie as well for a little bit of value. Now let's go ahead and take a look at the ownership and see what you guys have going for questions. Kobe White, Doug. I think Kobe White's the best value for the Bulls. And he, speaking of which, is the #1 projected owned player. 4,100 on DraftKings, 50.5%. Ayo Dosunmu, 4,200, 46.2. Giannis Antetokounmpo, 12,700, 42.3. Drew Holiday, 7,500, 41.2. Rudy Gobert, 6,200, 40.1. Anthony Edwards, 9,000, 39%. Mike Conley, 5,200, 33.9. I don't think I mentioned Mike Conley, but I do like him a little bit as well. Zach LaVine, 8,700, 33.4%. Yeah, I don't like LaVine. I think he's going to get Drew Holiday's defense. And I think that the Bucks could pull away in that game too. So it's going to be fading LaVine for me. Grayson Allen, 3,900, 31.1. Patrick Williams, 4,500, 29%. Kyle Kuzma. Patrick Williams is probably going to get Marjan Beauchamp's defense, and he's a pretty good defender. So I'm not sure I would go to him either. And then let's see. Kyle Kuzma, 7,900, 27.1. Jaden McDaniels, 4,300, 25.2. Marjan Beauchamp, minimum price 3,000 on DraftKings, 24.9. Nikola Vucevic, 9,300, 24.6. Josh Okogie, 4,900, 20.8. Kristaps Porzingis, 9,200, 20.5. And then DeAndre Ayton, 8,300, 20.3. So those are the top projected owned players on DraftKings right now as of 4:12 Eastern time. Then for the FanDuel lineups, we have Ayo Dosunmu, #1, $4,400, 69.5%. Patrick Williams, 4,700, 52.1. Kobe White, 4,800, 51.8. Zach LaVine, 8,200, 51.1. Giannis, 50.5. Grayson Allen, 45.9. Drew Holiday, 42.8. Kyle Kuzma, 42.4. Kristaps Porzingis, 9,100, 38.5. Anthony Edwards, 34.4. Nikola Vucevic, 27. No, wait, I missed something. Anthony Edwards, 38.3. Nikola Vucevic, 34.4. Mike Conley, 27.1. Josh Okogie, 25. Chris Paul, 24.8. Joe Ingles, 24.4. Marjan Beauchamp, who's 3,700, 22.3. On Yahoo, Giannis is #1 at $57. Then we have Ayo Dosunmu at 40.8. Rudy Gobert, 40.6. Kobe White, 35.4. Zach LaVine, 35.2. Nikola Vucevic, 33.8. Patrick Williams, 33.6. Anthony Edwards, 31.8. Kyle Kuzma, 31.6. Josh Okogie, 29.6. Kristaps Porzingis, 26.4. Drew Holiday, 24.8. Kawhi Leonard, that's the first time I've seen his name, 24.2. Mike Conley, 23. Bradley Beal, 22.8. And DeAndre Ayton, 21.8. Let me take a look at these lineups again. I want to see. Yeah, I think that Grayson Allen will be I think Grayson Allen will be on Kobe White. I think that Beauchamp will be on Dosunmu, and I think that Drew Holiday will be on LaVine, which means I think Giannis will be on Patrick Williams, actually, which I also don't like. Giannis is a really good defender, especially against a smaller forward than him and Patrick Williams. And Brook Lopez is a really good defender, too, against Vucevic. But Vucevic takes him out to the three-point line. That's where he has success. So we'll have to see how that matchup plays out. All right. So for PrizePicks, they had earlier in the day, they had Ivica Zubac at 9.5 rebounds, which I wanted the less than on that for sure. With Mason Plumlee in the lineup, Zubac's only had 2 rebounds the other day against the Warriors with Plumlee entering the lineup. So I like the under once again at 9. It moved from 9.5 to 9. So I still like the under or the less than on that, on the Zubac's rebounds. And then I'm going to take DeAndre Ayton more than 20.5 points, real points. He's averaged 28 points per game his last 5 games. So I do like DeAndre Ayton to go over that more than 20.5 points. I also like the less than on Giannis at 30.5 first half fantasy score. He typically plays better in the second half. So I do like the less than on that first half play for Giannis fantasy. In that, if you guys don't have any other questions, yeah, it is a fun little slate, little 3-game slate before we go into the All-Star break, which will be all weekend, starting tomorrow with the celebrity game, and then the teams. I think they have the skills contest. I can't remember what they have, but I know they have the celebrity contest, and I think the skills contest is tomorrow, and then the 3-point shootout and the dunk contest on Saturday. And of course, the All-Star game on Sunday. So yeah, it'll be a fun weekend, fun little 3-game slate tonight. Hopefully we can crush it. I personally enjoy these smaller slates much more than the big slates. I just think that the scores get so high on the big slates. It's really hard to do anything very, profitable unless you have a big takedown, obviously. So my preference is the smaller slates. But anyway, I hope everybody has a great night. Hope everyone enjoyed the show. Like I said before, if you're new to DFS Coach Talk, you can join us at DFS Coach Talk for as little as $3 for 3 days. We would love to have you join us. And we'll be back, I guess, probably not until Monday will be our next podcast. Or actually, it'll probably be longer than that for NBA. Let me check and see what the schedule is. It could be later next week, actually. Yeah, so it's going to be next Thursday. So we'll have a full week in between tonight and then without any NBA games, any regular season games. So enjoy the week, the next full week. And we may have some kind of podcast in between now and then. I'm not sure what Coach has planned. But as far as an NBA regular season slate, we won't have any podcasts till next Thursday. So hope everybody has a great night. Let's absolutely crush it. Enjoy the All-Star break. And we'll be back again next Thursday when we look to crush it in NBA, DFS, and PrizePicks. Thank you.